Now, time for my favorite segment, our Pet of the Week. Joining me live in studio is Brian Papalea with two new furry friends today who are just chilling with all this rainy weather we got out there.
Well, you're holding Butternut, and I've got Gord. And they have kind of an interesting story. Our vet tech, Molly, who was on a couple weeks ago, she was coming back from camping, and on the way back, they saw a box on the side of the road, and
Oh, really?
kittens in it. And when they went to get the kittens, one of them, I believe, ran under the car because they were scared. I mean, the car was parked,
right,
and
right.
everything. But yeah, I think actually one of them had a car maybe drive over them. I think that was that. See, we have enough stories like this where it's easy to get them confused.
Wow.
But I believe one either it was close or did go under a car, but thankfully did not get hurt.
And these little guys like this, I mean, to leave them out in the wood, like out in the wild like that, that's not good, obviously.
Yeah.
So glad she found them, and seems like they're doing pretty well now.
Yeah, they're very good. It's interesting because they actually are so wanting of attention that when you put them down, like when I took the pictures to send to you today, I was holding them. They're very happy. And the second they went back into their home, they're like whining and crying. They're like, "Hey, what about me? What about me?"
Right.
But you can see they love their attention.
Absolutely, and they're both girls, as we mentioned. And Butternut here, I love her color, really. And you have like a little bit of the butternut. It's hard to tell, I think, on camera, but it's
really faint. Yeah.
And she's just such a beautiful cat. They both really are. And with the kittens like this, is this something where you want them both to try to go home together?
It's not necessary, but if it's, say, a first-time pet owner, they are very social animals. They like to have friends.
Yeah.
And, if you get kittens at a young age like this, they will, do well together. They'll have their squabbles like kids will.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, for the most part, things will go good. They'll grow up together. And especially, like, if, there's kids in the house, the kids can grow up with them. Something that I don't think gets talked about enough is, especially if you have kids or, someone in your home that likes to do crafts and stuff, they like to think. They like to be challenged with puzzle boxes and different toys.
Oh, really? I never thought about it in that way.
My daughter actually just took, we have 3 cats at home, and they're actually a little older, and she took some like parts of pop bottles and cardboard and different things and, made a little... and she calls it an enrichment project.
Right.
But they love it. They get some treats. They get to think about how to get those treats.
And even though they are so little, they definitely can fit in many environments.
Yeah.
What types of things should somebody do to prepare themselves if they see these guys and want to adopt?
Well, one of the things when you get home, if you don't have any pets, you still want to give them maybe a little space that can be their own for a little bit, say a bathroom or a small bedroom, because that's a lot. They're going from living in a cage at the shelter to a house.
Right.
But, just to make sure you have the time to really put into it to spend with them, which isn't, like cats, so it's not like you have to be there 24/7, but it's good to make them comfortable in their environment and get your vet care set up and all that.
Right, absolutely.
Something if I can throw in, these guys are going to be, or gals, sorry, are going to be, tomorrow there's a craft fair at the Kinetic building down here in downtown Jamestown.
Yeah.
And they're up for adoption, obviously. And if you want to stop in, meet them, adopt them, get a photo with them. We've been doing cat photos for a donation, which is kind of cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we'd love to see people down there from 9 to 2 tomorrow.
All right. And Butternut has just made herself comfortable. She's been trying to find a spot throughout this whole segment, purring the entire time. And I hate to break it to you, but that's all the time we have. So I gotta let you go. I'm so no. She says no, no. Brian, thank you again.
Thank you.
Check them out tomorrow, and of course, all details at chqhumane.org. And heck, if you like them right now, call the Humane Society, and I'm sure you can set up a time to see them and take them home.